All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today. We're talking about a 10-week journey that's all about a real, practical transformation. This isn't about memorizing stuff for a test. It's about actually becoming a stronger, wiser, and more capable person for the real world. Let's get into it. So let's just start with a big question, right? We all know grades and talents are super important, but are they really enough? I mean, the real world, it asks for more, doesn't it? It tends to reward people who can work together, who can step up and lead, who make smart decisions, and maybe most importantly, who actually follow through on what they say they're going to do. And that's pretty much exactly what this program is all about. You can think of it like a bridge, A bridge between all that potential you have inside you and your actual real-world capability. It's about taking who you are, your identity, your values, and turning them into small, concrete actions you do every single day. Now, we need to be clear. This course goes way beyond just simple motivation. Look, feeling inspired is awesome, but we all know that feeling can fade. What you really need is a toolkit, a set of actual skills you can pull out and rely on, especially when things get a little tough. So what's in this toolkit? We're talking about the absolute essentials. Things like self-awareness, so you really understand your own strengths. Confident communication, so those amazing ideas in your head actually get heard. Emotional intelligence, which is just huge for navigating relationships. And yeah, leadership, the focus to get real work done, making smart calls under pressure, and the discipline to see your goals all the way to the finish line. And here's the absolute key to the whole thing. You learn these skills by doing them. This is not a lecture where you just sit back and listen. Nope. This is your personal training ground. It's a space for you to practice, to experiment, and to build some real muscle in all these areas. And here's exactly how you're going to practice. You'll be jumping into role plays to figure out how to handle tricky conversations. You'll give micro presentations to build that confidence. You'll even get to run your own mini leadership project. It is all about active, hands-on, real-world application. Okay, now this part is really interesting. There's this capstone project called the 21-Day Personal Challenge. This is where you pick a goal that really means something to you. Could be learning a skill, starting an exercise routine, whatever, and you actually work to turn it into a consistent daily habit. It's like the ultimate test of turning your good intentions into real action. So you might be thinking, okay, how does all of this fit together without being totally overwhelming? Well, the whole thing is built on a really simple and repeatable system for growth that's spread out over 10 manageable weeks. It's designed to build momentum, one step at a time. Here's the weekly rhythm that makes it all click. Every single week follows 5 simple steps. First, you learn a key concept. Then, you practice it with an activity. After that, you apply it in one tiny real-life action. Then you share what happened. And finally, you track one small win. See, this little cycle makes sure you're not just learning, you're actively growing week after week. Of course, for any training ground to work, you need a strong culture. This whole experience is built on a shared code of character. The goal is to create a really safe and supportive space where everybody can practice and grow without being afraid of messing up. And right at the heart of that culture is this big idea of shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So instead of thinking, I have to be perfect or it's a total failure, the whole vibe is progress over perfection. It's all about learning, trying again, and just getting a tiny bit better each time. So this culture is really defined by a few key rules. It all starts with kindness, always. It's about brave practice, which just means trying new things in small, safe steps. Obviously, protecting everyone's privacy is a must, and it all circles back to that core idea. We're here to make progress, not to be perfect from day one. Now, let's talk about a super useful modern tool, AI. It can be an incredible buddy in this whole process. You can totally use it to brainstorm ideas, help you polish the tone of an email, or even create a practice plan. But here's the number one rule. You are always the thinker and the doer. AI is just the assistant. It's not the one doing the growing for you. So, with all that in mind, what's the first step? Well, a journey like this doesn't start with some giant leap. It starts with a small, simple, but really powerful commitment that you make to yourself. This right here, this is the personal promise that kicks the whole thing off. It's a commitment to take small, consistent actions, and it has the most important safety net built right in. The permission to make this step even smaller if you get stuck, and the courage to actually ask for help. It's such a powerful place to start.
Ultimately, this whole journey isn't just about what you're going to learn or what you're going to do. It's really a choice. Over the next 10 weeks, you've got this amazing opportunity to actively decide and build the person you want to become. So the real question is, who will you choose?